So Winston, I like you said, we keep an eye on these propaganda channels, and in an effort to get them labeled correctly as state media, right? Yeah. And the problem is that state media has found a loophole with YouTube in particular. Twitter doesn't usually let this go. They're pretty good. But YouTube basically doesn't label smaller state media channels because there's not enough evidence that they're state media, right? So this is one of them. This is called an amplifier channel, in that it literally only posts state media from pretty much one source.
Yeah, from
this is
Rinmen
People's
Wang.
Daily,
yeah.
right? Or People's,
It is. It's People's Daily online
version.
Yeah, People's Daily online.
In my mind is speaking Chinese, but I
Rinmen
can't
Wang.
get it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, the People's Daily online, this is their amplifier channel. It's a channel set up to put the exact same content out, but then not have the state label, so then that they don't have to have people look at that and be like, oh, that's not organic content, right? And this was one we've been following for ages. Now, they usually get about, honestly, like 50 to 100 views on a lot of these videos, which is nothing.
They've got the genocide denial propaganda, the whole Xinjiang tours and all that crap on here as well. So, it's just state media.
Yeah, but they're not big.
Yeah.
But it always offends me because I'll see something on there do really well unnaturally.
Sure.
It'll just out of nowhere, right? Now we found a new propaganda effort.
Oh, this is hilarious. We got to show you this.
Yeah, but what I want to show you here is that look at the About page. It says, "We Are China" is a channel focusing video content all about China, the people, and the socioeconomic development, presented by People's Daily China. This channel provides viewers with some of the most engaging, interesting videos available online. It literally links to People's Daily online. It says what it is, and YouTube won't give it a state label. So guys out there, find a way.
Please.
I mean, this is just outlandish that a state media channel doesn't have a state media label.
I'm looking at that banner of theirs, and they've got like a high-speed train, and they've got that that thingy in Beijing. We went to that summer palace thingy, whatever the hell that thing is, the Great Wall Pandas. Yeah. That thing on the far right, I think it's supposed to be a scroll or something, is it? But it kind of looks like a CCTV camera if you look at it in a certain way. It does. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, this is People's Daily Online. This is state media, but it's not labeled as such. Yes. Okay, and they've been putting out this campaign that we both found very interesting. Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to show you. So some of these videos have 80 views.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, this one that you're about to bring up, all these have 20 to 50, 70,000 views.
Right. But they're part of a new propaganda push, which is kind of bizarre. So we thought we'd show that to you quickly. It's called Reading with Xi Jinping. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So let's just play a little clip, then we'll explain to you exactly what's going on.
Es soll das meistgelesene Werk in der deutschen Literatur sein, Goethes Faust. Ich habe ihn gelesen und ihr bestimmt auch.
Okay, what we got here is a German woman reading Faust, which you're going to wonder why. Why is she reading a random book when this is about Xi Jinping? Well, you're going to find out that, first of all, this woman is, her name's Anna, I guess.
Well, yeah, Anne-Marie Lee.
So, but she's also part of this whole genocide denial.
Well, she works for People's Daily.
Yeah, so like here, we can show you.
This is the same channel. Yeah, they sent her to Xinjiang.
Yeah.
Hi, I am Anna. Welcome to Anna in Xinjiang. Today I'm at the ancient city of Kashgar, and this is the opening event. Let's dance.
Yeah, so you get the idea. These are just, again...
We'll play it a little more because you'll see where she is.
Oh, yeah.
The classic genocide denial gate.
Of course.
The
Yep, doing the dance.
Kashgar thing. And the classic old man's in the back.
Yeah, the guy they keep using. If you've watched, I did a thing called China's Genocide Theme Park. You can find out all about this nonsense. But, why is this important? Well, it's not just her, okay? They're all doing this reading with Xi Jinping thing. And it all stems from this, okay?
Yeah, so I went back to CGTN, which is another state outlet.
Yeah.
And they're reposting, interviews from, old, 2003. Some of them are 2013. This one's 2013.
Yeah, but this is a recent post.
Yeah, but I'm saying the interview's not, right? So they're
not.
refreshing these old interviews they did with Xi Jinping about how smart he is and how much he loves to read.
Yes.
And we're like, what in the hell is going on?
Well, we figured it out because lately there's been a lot of speculation as to, how smart Xi Jinping actually is.
Yeah,
because
it's
people are
been going around.
People are looking at his grammar and the way he speaks, and a lot of people are like, look, this dude's pretty dumb.
Right.
And no joke. Like, that's what people are saying.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Chinese people as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Chinese people, not just.
Yeah.
People are actually starting to question how smart he really is.
Sure.
You know?
Because, not just policy, but like you said, it's grammar.
Yeah,
and
just
like
just
that.
the way he speaks and stuff. So this is obviously an attempt for them to, how can we say, like, augment his image,
Yeah,
make him
some
look
people are
smarter.
confused. They're like, why is this from 2013? The video you're seeing is from like last week or something.
Yeah, the one that we showed before with the reading. We're going to get into that. So let's just play this clip. It'll be easier to explain.
This video too is from last week.
Yeah, this was posted last week, even though the interview is from 2013.
Yeah.
读书已经成为自己的一种
So
生
for
活
the
方
listeners, he
式。
says, I love reading. It's basically my favorite hobby.
Yeah, it's a big
become
part of
life.
my life, yeah.
读各类书，
Reading all kinds of books.
I read all kinds of books.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think it's a lifelong hobby.
Yeah.
我想这是一个终身的爱好。
And then it goes on. I took out the audio here, but you can play
Okay.
it. It's basically goes on, and a foreigner, like an English speaker, says like Xi Jinping loves reading. He's so smart, blah blah blah. And they go through all these old speeches that he has about how he's always had a book in his hand, and he
Yeah.
quotes this. And
He
reads
carries
this.
like a thesaurus or whatever with him.
Yeah, he carries like a dictionary and a thesaurus
Yeah.
or whatever, and then he recites the
A
words.
dictionary of idiom.
Yeah.
Yeah. A concise dictionary of philosophy.
I would recite one word and its meaning,
And then hoe the field.
and then hoe the field. It's such Mao era propaganda.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing is, like, it's unbelievable because they're trying to. It's so transparent. Like,
Yeah.
it took 10 minutes of critical thinking for us
Yeah.
to say, like, why. You always have to look at Chinese propaganda, what they're currently doing, and then think about why they would be doing that. And there is so. If you go on the Chinese internet before it gets scrubbed, obviously,
Sure.
there's a lot of dialogue and secret messages, basically about questioning the intelligence of their leader because they're like, number one, the COVID policies are absolutely ridiculous now.
Sure.
The rest of the world's moved on, and China looks like it's kind of fake. But then they look at maps of shipments being held, and they look at how poor the leadership is right now,
Yeah.
and they're like, you know what? Maybe this this dude isn't as good as we thought.
Sure.
And then they start to question other things, like, well, if he was really a pig farmer, then why was he a princeling millionaire?
Sure.
Right? If he was really this well-educated dude, then why are you trying to portray him as some countryside guy? There's too much conflicting stuff,
Yeah.
so then people start to ask too many questions. Hey, maybe he wasn't that smart.
Yeah.
So then Winston and I, we've just seen this barrage
It's crazy.
of propaganda bringing up old things like how he's so smart and so well-read. And actually, there's this whole thing they've started.
So what they've done now is they've found, I guess we can say they're just like foreign, white monkeys or whatever, to from various different countries. Strangely enough, not from America or any of the Five Eyes countries.
No.
We've noticed no Australians, no anything like that.
This is on purpose,
Yeah.
and they're trying to divorce themselves with the Five Eyes kind of area, and they're trying to prop up countries that kind of like China more.
So what they've got is all these different foreigners. We'll play a couple here.
Seguramente habrás oído hablar de este Don Quijote que tengo en mi mano.
This guy is
Spain, he's reading Don Quixote.
and he's reading Don Quixote because basically Xi Jinping obviously published a list of books that he really likes.
Yes.
So at least that's
what
what
it
we're
looks
guessing.
like,
At
yeah.
least what the government did it, right?
Yeah.
So now these different foreigners from different countries are like, I'm going to read along with Xi Jinping. Let's
With
talk
his
about
favorite books.
let's talk about his favorite book, Don Quixote.
Yeah.
For instance, this guy. So what do we got next?
В руках я держу настоящий шедевр литературного творчества.
You don't. I mean, listeners don't really need to know what they're saying.
Right?
Роман «Что делать?».
源氏物語は日本文学史上最高の傑
The Tale of Genji from Japan.
作と言われており
إنه كتاب ألف ليلة
And Arabian Nights,
وليلة درة
From Arabic
الأدب
world.
العربي.
Es soll das meistgelesene Werk in der deutschen Literatur
Diana.
sein.
Yeah.
Goethes
Anna from Xinjiang Genocide Denial Propaganda is reading Faust.
Faust.
La lecture de livres étrangers est une caractéristique
And notice, this is what I found fascinating. This is what
What's
you
that?
guys should pay attention to. The presenter here for Renmin Wang, right? What is it? People's Daily,
Daily.
Internet version.
Online.
So
People's
it's
Daily Online.
Yeah, People's Daily Online. The Chinese presenter for this, the hostess, is
Yeah.
not coming out to speak English.
No.
She's coming out speaking French.
Yeah, the Chinese presenter.
Yeah, that's what I'm sorry. That's what I mean to say. The Chinese presenter comes out. Usually, it will be in English because it's for a foreign audience to be like, "Look how smart Xi Jinping is."
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, if you look at the subtitles there, it's like Renmin Wang Fa Wen Ban. So it means she's from the French.
Correct. But you understand they usually wouldn't highlight, they would highlight the majority language people. They would put the English, like the best, prettiest English speaker out there normally for this kind of stuff. And you're seeing a shift in them promoting non-English, non-Five Eyes stuff.
No, I think what happened here is that they approached like a French dude and asked him to do this, and he was like, piss off. Seriously, French can be like that.
I think they could have found someone. They found a German.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean,
they found people from all around the world.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, I just feel like I'm going to give the French this one tick and say like they actually were like, piss off, ha ha ha, you know what I mean?
You go after, it's crazy, you go after like Ireland and you go after all these countries, but you don't go after France. It's interesting.
Why should I? France
is
awesome.
I like France too. But,
yeah, no, I don't go after Ireland either. It's just leprechauns and potatoes and shit, and 4-leaf clovers or something, and a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Okay? That's all I go after.
Anyway, the analysis we're trying to get at here is that I think you have to admit I'm at least somewhat correct here.
Sure. I mean, the fact of the matter is they had to find a French-speaking person. And if you look at all the other people, they all work for the People's Daily online. Yes. All these foreigners that they...
The majority.
From what all the subtitles say. So she's just the French connection in this, in this particular situation. And since they didn't have a foreign Frenchie, they had to get a French-speaking Chinese person. And I still think that guy was sitting there with the beret and, it's like...
I'm going to agree to disagree.
He's like, peace off.
I think there's something more to this because the point of her is to be a narrator. She's not one of the foreign readers. She's coming to introduce the show.
Let's see. Yeah, maybe you're right.
See, she's the Chinese person that her job is to introduce Xi Jinping. I think I'm right, dude.
I don't know, man, because look, they're all introducing it. Look, the Russians
saying... You're right about that. But I do think it has something to do with it moving away from...
It's definitely moving away from that. But I still think they only used the Chinese French speaker because no French guy did it. Or they didn't have one on retainer.
The thing about my theory is that it's easier to prove than yours because yours relies on this fake Frenchman on this baguette pedestal.
But look, they did have the... They do. Do you see? You're talking nonsense. Because look here, this woman over here is like...
Let's see.
Yeah, listen.
She was captivated by the description.
No, I'm saying...
Look, she's the English speaking...
I'm saying native speakers. I'm saying the person that came out to introduce Xi Jinping was not an English speaker this time, and that's something they would normally have done.
Neither was the Russian, who also introduced what they like to read in this place and that. They will just have their own role to play.
Okay, fair enough. Either way, we're definitely correct about this. I think we're definitely correct about this reading thing.
That's ridiculous. So this is just a propaganda push to say that Xi Jinping is a smart man who likes to read a lot.
Yes.
That's really the be-all and the end of all it. We don't really need to look any further. It's just interesting that they're trying to get all these different...
It's definitely Belt and Road. It's that kind of vibe. It's like countries that didn't shun China.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, who else do we have here?
They didn't get People's Daily America. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not like that.
Zilizoandikwa na baba wa taifa la Tanzania, Julius Kambarage Nyerere.
From Tanzania.
Tangu kuanzishwa kwa nchi huru ya Tanganyika na baadaye Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania.
People's Daily, the Swahili branch. It's basically all their little infiltrations around the world,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we wanted to... I don't want to... I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not going to get down on someone's appearance, but it kind of...
This is the Italian guy, He does look like someone you wouldn't want to meet in dark alley. I'm saying. But yeah.
I don't always want to have to save you.
No, you don't have to. I'm just being honest. I feel like he'll stab you in the ribs with a stiletto or something.
This guy went straight up with the propaganda about how Italy and China are deep friends and stuff. Remember when China backstabbed Italy during the pandemic?
Of course. Anyway, who else? We've got a Kazakh over here. We've got a Portuguese woman over here.
Yeah, from Brazil.
What if she's from Portugal?
It could be. I'm just assuming because they are trying to get in Brazil real bad.
It's probably Brazil. And who else? She's probably Korean, right?
Go keep going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's Korean. Yeah.
Korean.
Now that there's the Frenchie
French
again.
one. Who's this dude?
This guy is from the
Oh,
Fowen.
he's Fowen.
Oh,
He's
they did
French.
find a French guy.
I told you.
Well, then what's going on here?
C'est votre âme que je vous achète.
I knew it. France does not escape from this.
He doesn't represent French people. You know, where's his...
What is with
where's
you
his,
taking France's side today?
I don't know.
You don't have French in you, right?
No.
No.
No. My first girlfriend was French, but that's about
there we go.
No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's
go.
got nothing to do with that.
Still remembering the good days.
Huh. Anyway. Anyway, that's the thing.
Anyway, we get the point. Now,
what is Shiban? Like Western? Whatever, it doesn't matter. We've basically got all these people from all over the world reading with Xi Jinping, and that's their new thing. Okay. And that's pretty much what's new.
That is what's... I mean, it was one of those things where we want to point out when the propaganda is going a certain direction.
Yeah.
Right? And when when you see it out there, you kind of get lost in it. But mostly, we really want to focus on the fact that the Chinese government's using these amplifier channels without getting labeled, and then people can go out there and see them, and we think they're being artificially boosted.
Sure.
Because you don't have videos that get 80 views, and then the next one gets 48,000.
No, sure, of course.
It doesn't make any sense, right?
Look, it's very, very much proven that the Chinese Communist Party will boost certain videos, and they will put money into, and they will also, get the people that work for them to go out and, share out certain videos, give them thumbs up, and so on.
But I think the important takeaway here is that when they do these subtle things, when there's some sort of thing they're trying to combat, and that's definitely the rumor that's going around that Xi Jinping's not very smart.
Yeah,
it's definitely that. It's got to be that. I mean, what else is the point to dredge up old 20-year interviews about this?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of bizarre.